this is a first, guys. I'm gonna share my thoughts and opinions on this. I think this video is pretty dang awesome. We're not gonna rewatch it on stream only because it is an hour long, but what pretending to be crazy looks like, if you have not seen this video, because it has been freaking blowing up on YouTube and being recommended to literally everyone, if you haven't seen it and you've got an hour, I highly recommend you go and you check it out. And the reason for that is because it breaks down the psychology of pretty much investigations and interrogations into people who pretend to have psychotic issues. And one of the ones that it broke down like in the first like 5 to 6 minutes of the video. It was just very eye-opening. It pretty much shows the difference between somebody who's acting crazy when there's an investigator and detective, police officer in the room interrogating them after they've committed a heinous crime, and then when they leave the room, they just act like completely normal some of the times, in the common patterns and mannerisms that go with it. I thought it was just really cool to show how much of pieces of shit people are who create and act in society like this, and create just, you know, commit heinous crimes. It's insane. And of course, you know, they do think that, oh, you know, if I'm gonna act crazy, you know, people are gonna feel bad for me, I'm gonna get off scot-free, I'm not gonna get a harder sentence. They really are complete pieces of shit, these people. They absolutely are. The you know, all people who commit heinous crimes, you know, murder, manslaughter, all that stuff, you know, people are doing stuff like that is just, and trying to go through loopholes in the legal system by acting like they're insane when they're really not. It's oh man, it just makes me sick. But I just wanted to speak about it for a second, chat, only because we're not going to go through it. We're not going to watch it on Twitch here, just because it's pretty dark. But it's very insightful and very interesting. Like I was saying, one of the subjects, one of the topics they talk about in the video is the guy, the Parkland shooter dude, the Nicholas Cruz guy from, when was that? Was that 2 years ago now? Almost 3 years ago? Yeah, it'll be almost 3 years coming up. That's fucking insane. That is literally nuts. Or two years, whatever. All right, that's still, that's crazy to think about. But the video really breaks down the, like, I don't know if you guys remember back when I think it was like, what, 16 or 17 students he murdered with a fucking AR-15. Yeah, it was just insane. But what was I gonna say? God damn it, Brando, you're so slow. But what was crazy about it was how when the detective like left the room, he was like looking for cameras, and he was normal until he saw the camera immediately, and then he started to act like he was going through some psychosis, like a canatotic state. And then when the investigator, detective, the policeman, whatever, came back in the room, you know, he was still acting like that a little bit. And the goal of the investigator, I just thought it was really cool. I just want to talk about this, chat. I guess this is my in-depth review. The goal of the policeman, when he enters the room, the first 2 minutes of not interrogating but talking with the subject, who they already know is guilty, they already know they did the crime, right? The goal is to build rapport, right? It's not to dig deep, it's just to build rapport, a relationship with them, obviously, because, you know, if you build rapport with people, they're gonna like, know, and trust you and be willing enough to budge and show, you know, their broken edges and mirrors. And it worked, and this kid would just keep reverting back to like how he hears demons, but, you know, he likes guns and he purchased guns, and, you know, and then it goes back to you know, he's talking about the music he was listening to when he was doing the shooting. Some really bad, dark shit that a person who is clinically insane wouldn't really talk about or confess, and they would be more, I don't know. You just gotta see the video because they show like the difference between somebody who's actually got mental issues versus who doesn't and acts like they do, and the difference is just it's night and day. You know, the people who are trying to act psycho or they have mental illness literally act catatonic, and it's like a little kid throwing a hissy fit. It's bad. It's like porn acting. It's so bad. And this breakdown, this video of like Nicholas Cruz, it showed that, and he didn't do anything crazy, but I mean, like, it breaks it down in a psychological step, which is just really, really cool. You see him, like, you know, panicking. You see you know, the detective like telling him to stop it, cut it out. And by doing that, once he's built some rapport with him, the kid actually cuts it out and he starts acting normal again. And then when he realizes the severe consequences of his actions and that the state and the justice system isn't going to be lenient on him and be sympathetic towards him, he starts freaking out, you know, and it's just, you know, you love to see it. You love to see reality start hitting people in the face because their evil Knievel plan is just, you know, not working. And then of course when it's not working, they request for a psychologist because, you know, they want to see if they can get more remorse from a psychologist. And it's just funny, you know, seeing the difference between somebody's true self show versus the fake story narrative that they have of themselves inside their head that they just literally fabricated within the last couple hours of themselves since they did the crime because they think it's going to be a scapegoat for them. So I just thought that was interesting. Again, 10 out of 10 video from Criminal Psychology Chat. Recommend to go check it out. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put a link down to it below. Chances are you probably fucking have already seen it. And this is just my review because, like I said, it's just been suggested all over YouTube. And I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. And also, at the time of me shooting this video, this motherfucker has still not been served his penalty yet. So that's kind of sad. So yeah, but anyway, I just thought it was cool to kind of see the intricate loops of the psychological process of interrogations with incidents like this and related incidents of people trying to be psychotic when they're really sane people who just did scary, malicious things, and they know and can comprehend exactly what they did, but they're trying to get a lesser penalty and use the scapegoat of they're clinically insane, which is scary because I'm sure there have been some people, I hope to God not, I'm sure there have been fucking some people who've maybe gotten away with that, but like the video said, if you do get away with it, you get pretty much a worse life, but I don't know about that. Anyway, those are my thoughts, those are my opinions. Chat. Let's go watch some funny videos. Yay, and play some fucking Apex or Valorant or something. I don't know.